Welcome in, everybody. Hope everybody's having a fantastic Tuesday evening, or for those of us that are watching on the other side of the world, fantastic Wednesday morning. It is time for our Tuesday installment of DDR's Roving Island World Tour 2 North America edition. We had the AM class last night. Tonight, we bring the pro division. We bring out the big boys and big girls to come and show us how you drive really fast around the mountain. So let's talk about it. It is an Australian track, and it is their premier track here tonight. It is a real world circuit with a tarmac road surface. It appears in Gran Turismo 6, Gran Turismo Sport, and of course Gran Turismo 7. The fastest lap held officially is a 202.6701 from Sean Hodge in Formula 3 back in 2014. There has been faster laps in recent years from other classes of cars, but I don't believe they were under official racing conditions. That, I believe, is an official racing condition fastest lap time. And on the screen in front of you, of course, a little outline of what we're up against here tonight. So we're going to flip it back over one more time. Let's go through our series details here real quick. We have 4 minutes to go before qualifying starts. I'm missing 2 drivers still. We're missing Tom the Tech. Right, one might not make it tonight. Right. We're the hearts are with IT43. We're thinking of him, buddy. We're thinking about him and his family here today. And just a long night here for this gentleman, and probably not going to see him on the track here today. So I meant to. We're missing one driver. All right. So qualifying settings here tonight are, of course, same as racing conditions. So in this situation, it is 0 tires, 0 fuel. Medium tires will be qualified on. Lobby opens at 9 p.m. Eastern time for practice and driver's debrief. From there, we hit 9:30 Eastern time, which is qualifying start. Give or take a couple of minutes usually. It's a BOP on, tuning prohibited series. Boost is off, slipstream is real. It's a grid start with a false start check here as well. The mandatory tires must be used for at least 2 laps. That means an out lap and a full circuit lap, and then an in lap, and it will meet those tire mandates. We have our shortcut penalties on week. We have no wall collision penalties and no car collision penalties. That, of course, is all handled by race officials behind the scenes after the races are finished. We have our flagging rules turned on. Our pit penalties are also turned on. All right, so track edge reel, slipstream reel, all the great stuff there. Race 1 here tonight is a 2-race format here at Mount Panorama, and we start with a sprint race. It's going to start with a 15-minute qualifying run, and then it'll be followed up with a 15-minute sprint race. The mandatory tire is the racing medium tire. 0 tire wear, 0 fuel consumption. The cars are running in optimal conditions, and it is weather S03 with a ×8 variable, and again, twilight hours. From there, we move into race 2. That race is going to be a 30-minute sprint race. It's going to be a reverse grid based off of our first race results. From there, it'll be a mandatory tire of the Racing Soft and the Racing Medium tires. Fuel and tire is at now 4 times, so every time around the track, it's 4 laps worth of fuels and tires on those racing cars. The weather remains the same. So that does mean that there will be a mandatory pit stop in the race. That is up to the drivers when they opt to do that. One driver is to serve a drive-through penalty due to an infraction last week in our second sprint race. So one driver has to serve a penalty, and he's going to be on the back foot in race 2. All right, so that is a little bit about what is happening here. Our standings here coming into round 3 here. It is Lucas 36 with a small lead here right now, 76 points over Apex Sim Racing's Jakey with 67. From there, it is Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom with 66 and DDR IT43 with 64. Risky Replicant sitting there in 5th with 57 points, Post Snipe with 42, and Larry Birch tied with him with 42 points. Dirty Air with 40 points. We got Petrolhead with 38, and ATK Motorsports Accursed rounding out the top 10 here with 38 points as well. We'll get back to that here maybe a little bit later as well. Mount Bathurst, we can see, has provided us with some tense moments. Last night in the AM class, we had some red flag situations. Now, that was more due to technical issues than it was racing conditions, but very tough racing out there for the racers last night. It's not going to be any different for the pros tonight. This is a difficult racetrack. It's a 3.86 mile, 6.2 kilometer racetrack. It has 23 left and right hand turns. It's a tarmac road surface like we touched on earlier, and it's a real world circuit, and the elevation change on this track is about 570 feet from its highest point to its lowest point. It is an absolute beast of a racetrack. The drivers are going to have their hands full here tonight without a question of a doubt. Alright, what's up everybody? How we all doing over there on YouTube and Facebook here? We're just getting everything checked out. We are missing Tom the Tech here. So I'm going to give him another minute here to jump into the lobby, and then we're going to get the process started here to, well, get this race underway. So, alright. What are we going to see tonight is the big question, right? I mean, these are the pros. So they are going to send it. It's a 15-minute sprint race. The pro drivers think a little bit differently than the rest of our classes. They're fast-paced drivers. Are all very close in pace here, too, as well in this division. And they're not going to just want to give up a free position necessarily. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all settles out here tonight at the end of our events here this evening. But we should expect to see some good racing, that's for sure. And I mean, really, much like it was last night, it is really a battle against the mountain, not necessarily each driver. The trick here is consistency, stay out of the walls, stay out of other cars, and just try to have a nice, good, fast, clean race. There we go. Tom the Tech has just come and see. We gave him the extra minute, and there he is. See? I just know. All right, everybody. So we're just going to make a post in the Discord server here real quick. Boop. A couple little button pushes. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Posted. Good to go. Happy. Ready to go. We're going to get that Larry says baby. All right. Look at that, Strader Tom is already on it. He's already ready and up. All right, let's go take a look here. So we got 12 pros on the grid here tonight. We have 14 pro grid lobby. Of course, all our classes have 14 drivers instead of the typical 15. We leave one spot open for race control. We do not have live race control currently in the pro class, but the spot does remain open there for a potential race control in the future if we do feel that it is needed. And that's not necessarily there to control the pro drivers per se. In this situation, is there to help myself as the broadcaster, because unfortunately sometimes I just can't see everything at once and I don't like to miss calls. So we'll see how it goes tonight and we'll take it from there. But it is our pro class here tonight. I think this is going to be a scrappy race. Oh, I'm not saying it's not going to be scrappy, Aaron. I'm not saying it's not going to be scrappy. I think we are ready to go. So let's fire it, chat. Let's go qualifying. Oh yeah. That's good. I'm glad you're ready, Dirty, because we're starting. Alright, so it is Mount Panorama. It is 2 sprint races, and these are going to be done at night. So qualifying, as you can see, does start just before dark sets in here. But it is going to get dark out very quick here, I assure you of that. So the drivers can only qualify into medium tire, so there's not going to be a choice here for the drivers. They can only use one racing compound tire in this first sprint race. This is going to be a 15-minute qualifier followed up with a 15-minute sprint race. And then we go into a reverse grid setup for race 2 based off how all the drivers sort themselves out here in race 1. I have my work cut out for me in Pro-Am. Every Pro-Am has their work cut out for them in Pro-Am, and we got Aaron coming in with that thumbs up on the stream as well. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah. Mount Panorama, the Bathurst, is it's just not an easy track. It gets even the best of the drivers. We got Black Widow here coming out second. Risky's third in line here. We've got Tom the Tech fourth in line. We've got Lucas 36 fifth in line. We've got a Cursed here in sixth in line. Kanji Cup coming out from VPR here seventh in line. Dirty Harry here as well from VPR eighth in line. We've got VTX Petrolhead back this week here. He's coming out ninth in line. We've got Apex Larry Bircher, who's come 10th out. Come out 10th in line. We've got Streeter Tom here coming out 11th, and Miss Devious giving herself lots of room here, lots of fresh air as she comes out, and final driver out on the track here today. So we will see Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch serve a drive-through penalty here in race 2. is coming with a thumbs up on the stream. Welcome in, everybody. Again, I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. Sorry, I haven't introduced myself yet this evening. And welcome in. Family-friendly broadcast for those of you that might be wondering if the kids are kind of peeking over the shoulder, going, "What you into there, Mom and Dad?" They can watch. It'll be safe, I promise. We always have the family-friendly live commentary. It's a family sport in real life. It shouldn't be any different here in our virtual sim world as well. So we do appreciate everybody hanging out. Hello, everybody in your living rooms. We appreciate you all. Who's your favorite driver tonight? Who do we got going? Good luck, all. Hey, it's all good, Ian. Best of wishes to you, my guy. Just you worry about what you got going on, my man. Oh, yeah, well, we're not going to say what he did, but, you know, it happens. It's racing, you know. So Black Widow going out here. She's going to be now the first driver out in the lead of the run here. So let's jump on board with Black Widow here. She's in the Hyundai Genesis here in the series. She came in as the start round 2. And she goes around Jakey here as we head down the mountain straight for the second time. So this is a hot lap now here in qualifying. As we come around Griffin's Bend for the first time, she's touching down the curb just a little bit. She's going to just float it out to the end of the curb there, just nice and easy. Let the car unload gently. Now we head into the cutting. This is a doozy of a corner right here. It's basically a double apex corner, but you got to kind of have rhythm with it. And then that takes us up into Quarry and a couple little, again, hard undulating corners here, and then we got a little bit of a blind left-hander sweep, and that starts taking us up to, of course, where all the fans love to camp and hang out here in Mount Panorama as we're heading up in through towards Reed Park right now. That takes us around the corner through McPhillamy Park and then into Skyline. So the straight stretch right here, Skyline heading down into the S's here. Downhill set of S's as we come down the mountain here. Very, very, very tricky. And then the Dipper. This unsettles several race cars. It can be a very dangerous part on the racetrack, especially early on in racing when the pack is still very tight together. It can create a very bad bottleneck situation as we head through Forest Elbow here onto the Conrad Straight. She's looking like she's having a pretty good first lap here. Looks smooth, looks solid. Let's see how she does here. Hey, Jesse, KFC is ordered and it's on its way. Larry can't do much with the drive through the 50. It's going to be next race, 30-minute sprint. Race 2, he's going to be serving the penalty. Due to the racing format, with the sprint racing format, it's tough with the reverse grid situation, and serving the penalty in the first race would mean that he would have to be placed in the back of the pack in the second race, and essentially his penalty is served in the first race, so it's a secondary penalty in the second race in a sense. So after a very long thought process here over the last little bit in the discussion with almost all the admin team, it got pushed into the second sprint race. So no matter where he starts, he's going to have to serve drive-through penalty within the first 3 laps. Does that mean he can gain some position back? Potentially, but this is a pro class division. I mean, unless these guys are wrecking, it's going to be tough to catch. So we got Lucas in pole, we got Black Widow coming through in second, Candy's going to take third place here, we got Risky in fourth, we got Tom the Tech in fifth, drop down to sixth there with Dirty Harry coming in. We got Jumbles here, Jakey in ninth, we got Larry here in 10th place, now up in 8th place as he comes through here, so we're back caught up here. We got Tom the Tech, he just had his lap, okay, we're not caught up. I was too busy talking, not paying attention. Alright, Miss Devious. Apex Streeter Tom here without a flying lap yet as well, so I'm not sure where he is here. Let's go see where he is. He's actually just come across there, and he's on his out lap, so he must have bottled his first lap, gone into pit lane. He's starting all over here, so let's see what Miss Devious has here. She's 11th place driver now on the grid. It's going to be a 204.6, so it's getting up for 7th place here on the grid so far. So the first set of hot laps have come through. Let's go, Tom. That's the whole section I'm bad at. It is a tough section. It is a tough section. Alright, Lucas 36 here. He's got 2 tenths basically currently sitting on second place driver. Black Widow here. She has 3 tenths on Canty Club currently. From there it's and a car just stranded there. I believe that was Tom the Tech that was sideways there. And we got flying traffic coming through here, and that is unfortunate. That's going to bottle up Jakey's Petrolhead's lap there a little tiny bit. And there's nothing you can do in that situation. You come around a blind drop and there's just a car sideways there, and that's unfortunate here. So it was Kanji and I believe Tom the Tech in that NSX there that got that were involved there is heavy damage. So they're just gonna have to bring this thing into pit lane, get that car sorted out and start over. That was a really unfortunate incident right there, as driver stranded down in after the Dipper. And we talked about how unsettling that corner can be with these racing cars. Is that what the time is? Is it a 202? It is a 202.758. That is on the medium tires, keeping in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we may see sub 2-minute laps on these soft tires in race number 2. Black Widow's coming into pit lane. Here we got Risky out, and he is where on the track here? He's just heading up into Griffin's Bend. He's at a 203 flat here currently. Kanji here with a 203.157. Petrolhead here as he just comes through. There's a 204.068 for him as his best right now. Dirty Harry just reset, so we don't know. 204.646 here from Miss Devious. She's just heading into the chase here right now. So let's stick with Miss Devious Legarius. Hey, what is up? Let's go, Jake. Best I was getting was in the low 4s. Yeah, well, you're doing better than I was, my guy. I'm going to tell you that right now. Alright, so Miss Devious here, she's currently sitting in 8th place here. She's coming through Murray's Corner for this lap. Let's see what she's got here. And it was a 204.8, so it was not an improvement on her first lap there. Consistent laps being shown by the drivers here so far. So let's head back to Lucas, see where Lucas is at here. He's just heading down the mountain right now through the dipper there. Ooh, and he got it a little bit wrong. So that's unfortunate there for Lucas. We got Black Widow here. We got Risky. We're trying to find somebody a little bit closer to the chase here. Alright, we got Petrolhead here in 6th place. He's purple as he comes down into the S's here for the 4th time here in qualifying. We'll stick with Petrol here. I believe Kanji and Accursed might be ahead of him here a little tiny bit, and they're very close together. That arrow only shows one. How's it going, Slash? How you doing, my dude? Definitely appreciate the sub over there on YouTube. I can't quite read that properly from where I'm sitting, so appreciate that, but I do see you over there. Welcome to the Winner Circle community. Stay winning. We appreciate that extra support. Slash coming in with that like as well. How you doing, my guy? How you doing? Oh yeah, these drivers are, well, these are the pros. These are the pros. Alright, so we're just heading through the chase right now. I believe that might be Kanji and ATK up ahead. No, I'm wrong there. Let's see if we can figure out who those 2 drivers up in front are there. I don't know who they are. Mystery drivers. Alright, let's see what Petrolhead as he comes around in through 6th place here. 203.208, so that is an improvement there on his best lap, and that was a big improvement, almost 3/4 of a second there, and it's 5th place here currently for Petrolhead. Lucas still holding pole position here. Nobody's been able to get that away from him here. Black Widow here only has less than a tenth now on Risky Replicant here in 3rd place. He's got 1.5 tenths on Kanji Club here currently. Kanji has 1/2 tenth on Petrol. Petrol has 3 tenths on Accursed. Accursed has a second on Dirty Harry. Harry has a fraction on this Devious 7/100ths there. It's 4 tenths to Larry in behind. Tom here in 11th hasn't put in a great lap yet here for himself. It's 204. I guess it doesn't look like a great lap. And Jakey, well, Lamborghini woes here coming from Jakey right now. LJ coming in with that thumbs up. Hope you're doing fantastic, my man. Has been a while. Hope you're enjoying your summer, my dude. Alright, ooh, and Luke is coming down there, and you know what he did say, look out for the GTR and the Lamborghini struggling in the dipper tonight, so we'll have to see how that handles once come racing conditions. But once racing conditions come in, these drivers really seem to lock in. I think that they're just a little anxious because of the battle of Mount Panorama ahead of them here, and they know that there's going to be a lot of fighting and a lot of pressure from all these drivers. But again, these are the pro drivers. You would assume that the decision making is going to be a little more on point when they're coming through certain parts of the racetrack, and they're going to try and set each other up for the prime passing opportunities in this racetrack. There are spots that you can make great passes here on Mount Panorama. There's spots that's not recommended to make passes, but sometimes you see a doozy on them, and you know, the drivers they'll figure that out when the time comes. But 15-minute sprint race, it's going to be a short distance race. I think we're going to see a lot of frantic battling to try for everybody just trying to gain early position. He showed up. He's just asleep. He wasn't looking for it. Jakey said that the car is definitely not very friendly here in certain parts of the racetrack, so it could be a little bit of a struggle bus for our 2nd place driver here in the championship standings. Petrol head down into 6th here. It was Streeter Tom coming up with a 4th place lap there, a 203 flat coming from him, and we're starting to split that top half of the grid by hairs here almost at this point now. We have 12 drivers here tonight. We're missing 2. Missing 3. Now that I'm thinking about it. Alright, where's Risky here? Let's see who we can find. Oh, there we go. Too late. Let's sit with Kanji here. We haven't sit with Kanji yet. Let's sit with Kanji here as he comes up into Murray's corner here right now for his lap. Let's see what he's got. Who's up in front of him there? It was ATK Curse, I think that was up ahead of him there. He's sitting in 7th place here right now on the grid. Kanji does not get an improvement there. He's not having ideal laps here. He continues to make subtle mistakes, obviously, at some point in the mountain here. He's not looking too comfortable here currently in qualifying. Lucas here now losing pole position. Risky Replicant just came in with a 2:02.072. Almost 3/4 of a second faster than Lucas 36's previous pole position time. We have Black Widow here. She's at a 2:02.928 there as well. And then Apex Reader Tom here with a 2:03.052. So we only got 3 drivers in the 2:02s here currently as well. Kanji with a 2:03.1 still. Petrohead with a 2:03.2. We've got ATK Cursed here. We're not sure what his best lap is because it's not showing on the screen. It's a 2:04.1 from his Devious. Dirty Harry here's got a, not sure, it's not showing on this screen here either. Larry Birch is at 2:04.9, so he's finding some time here now with the Lexus around the track. We got Tom the Tech here. He's at 2:07.2. He's way up right now though, and Jakey's just not feeling the love here in this Lamborghini Huracan tonight. That is for sure. So we'll have to wait to see how it goes. Like I said, racing conditions, the drivers just seem to lock in. And Risky, believe it or not, is purple as he comes through that first sector right now. There we go. Black Widow's just coming through here right now, and it's a 2:03.838 there from her that time through. We just missed. We got one in pits there. There we go. Who we got here? Dirty Harry. There we go. We haven't been on Dirty Harry yet. Let's follow Dirty Harry through the line here as he comes around Murray's corner here from VPR Racing. So, Victory Pace Racing, pardon me, VPR team is what I meant to say there. It's going to be a 2:05.060. So not an improvement there for him either currently. Sitting 9th though on the grid. Let's sit with Larry's heading into the mountain here. There we go. Let's sit on board with Tom the Tech here from Flying Fox Racing as he comes around this Honda NSX here. And what's he got here? There we go. 2:06.226 this time around. That's a big improvement there from his last lap. A full second improved around the mountain here on those medium tires. And medium tires in these cool conditions on these racing cars are no joke, that's for sure. So the cars are in the hands of our pro tier drivers here. However, though, so they will most certainly be up to the challenge here tonight. That challenge is only just starting to begin. Alright, there we go. We got Risky. He's going to be the first driver to come through here. Where's our clock? We got 50 seconds remaining in qualifying here, so it'll be the last set of laps we see from the drivers. Right them off to bed. Stay safe, everyone. Until the next time. Hey, cheers, Slaps. Appreciate you stopping in, my dude. Alright, so it's Risky here. He comes around Murray's corner here. He's going to get around. He's going to have the opportunity to put another lap in if he chooses to do so here. Let's see what he's got this time around here. He was purple in the first sector. I didn't see where he was at there. Nope, 2:03.037 this time around. Let's see where Lucas is at here. He is not able to get that improvement there either. We got Black Widow and another driver just up in front of her there. I'm not sure who that is. They are around Murray's corner. That might be Jake there we see is just coming around Murray's corner there. And it's a 2:02.931 there from Black Widow. Still not that improvement she was looking for, I'm sure, on this lap. And some of these drivers are going to get around one more time here. Jake is just, you know what? I'm just going to start in the back. I'm good. Oh, no, it was Jake that did that lap. Where did he end up? I don't know. We missed him, chat. Oh, no, he's... Okay. Yeah, the game is a little bit broken right now. It's giving us misinformation. It's a little hard to track sometimes. So, we got Risky here. Let's see who we got here. Alright. Oh, there it is. Let's jump on Kanji here as he's coming around for the final time. He's got a good lap going here. Let's see what he does here. There should be an improvement on the Tech with a 2:05.049 there that time around to a 2:02.7. It's going to be good enough for third place here currently from Kanji as he comes around that time. That was a good lap there from Kanji. We got Streeter Tom, he's still on a flyer, so these drivers only have basically 10 seconds to spare here once they cross the start-finish line right at that 2-minute mark. So some of these drivers may not get their final laps in here. We'll have to wait and see here. So we got Streeter Tom, and I believe it's Lucas up in front of Streeter Tom here. It is. tell by the headlights, or the tail lights, pardon me. Alright, so as we head towards Murray's Corner, we got one driver going around. I'm not sure who that is. That might be Black Widow? I couldn't quite tell. She was just, or they were just a little further ahead of Lucas than we could see in the camera shot there. Let's see what it's going to be here as he comes around. He was looking for time, 202.6. He did improve, but it's still only good enough for second place here. And Streeter Tom is going to nip up into fourth place there with that last run. We got Black Widow just heading into the chase here right now. And I believe ATK, nope, that wasn't accursed. I'm not sure who that was. Maybe it was Petrol? Ah, it is. Petrol's going to stay in sixth. Black Widow's going to jump up into fourth place, so she's just going to leapfrog Streeter Tom there with that lap. That was her final run here. We got Miss Devious finished up here. That driver is done. That driver is finished. I think that is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. All right. Whew. That was some spicy qualifying. That was quick. That 15 minutes went by a lot quicker than I anticipated there. So it is Risky Replicant on pole position. He's got a half second on the field there. Lucas 36 in second place with 1.5 tenths over third place driver Kanji Club, who has 1 tenth over fourth place driver Black Widow. There we go. Let's get our results up here. From there, it is Apex Streeter Tom, who's a 100th in behind Black Widow. Petrohead is about 2 tenths in behind Streeter Tom. From there, ATK Cursed is about 3 tenths in behind Petrohead. Miss Devious is half a second in behind ATK's Accursed there. We got Dirty Air here with a 204.5. Larry Birch with a 204.8. Tom the Tech with a 205 flat and a 208.142 is the best Jake was able to muster it up there in qualifying. But get a start at the back of the pack here, I guess. Jakey sold. I always got to hit my keyboard twice before it starts typing. I'll learn this eventually. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go do some racing here, and hopefully we don't see some of the same issues we had last night, ideally. Okay, hold on, I'm trying to count. Who's not ready? Is it Dirty Harry? I bet you it's Dirty Harry. Uh-huh. Alright, we'll give it a few more seconds and we're going to go racing. Who do you think, chat? Who do you think? Risky was looking pretty good out there, but there's a couple other drivers that were looking pretty sharp out there near the end of qualifying here as well, so let's go racing. Just making sure I had the right number of drivers before I hit the button. Good luck, drivers. Hey, appreciate you, Josh. Appreciate you, my dude. Rob, good luck, pilots. It's big screen time. Hey, that's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. I thought Bo was racing in this way. Oh, Bo stepped out of the series, Chad. Personal reasons. Kick them tires, light them fires, chat. We're going racing and we're green, and hey, everybody gets off the grid. That's a good start. So now the big question is, does everybody survive lap 1 here on the mountain as we come through Hell Corner for the first time? Risky defends P1. Lucas in second place here. We have a little bit of argy-bargy going on there, but I think that was just the accordion bottle-up effect happening there into turn 1, and it looks like we all made it out of there alive. So corner 1, good to go. Here we go, up the mountain for the first time, and it's Risky Replicant very quickly in lead, but we got side-by-side action early on here with Black Widow and Kanji. This is 4th position, heading into Griffin's Bend, and Kanji just backs out of that, lets her have the position there. You wanted no part of that early on battle, so that was some smart driving right there by Kanji, and he's not gonna fight that battle quite yet here. We got Petrolhead here in 5th place, we got Streeter Tom in 6th, we got a Cursed here in 7th. Ooh, we got a mistake there, and side-by-side with Miss Devious. She makes the move in the cutting, and that is a tough spot to make a pass in. A little bit of a mistake, and she took took advantage, dipped up the inside there, grabs a spot. Dirty Harry and Tom the Tech side by side here, and they sort themselves out as Tom the Tech falls in behind there and settles back in the line. Jakey up into 11th place here. We got Larry Birch right there in 12th, nose to tail all the way through the first half of the mountain. So here we go. This is where it could get a little spicy here as we hit the dipper coming out of the S's. Some of the drivers have not welcomed this corner. Ooh, big slide there from Lucas 36's Black Widow is going to be right on him there, and we just want to keep our eye on this particular corner. Big slide there from the NSX driver. That was a massive slide there. Great job at keeping it underneath of him, and everybody made it through here. So fantastic job, and well, that's why these are the pros, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. Risky Replicant here in the lead. Black Widow up into second place, taking advantage of that mistake made by Lucas coming out of the mountain there. And you know what? Everybody survived, and I'm sure they're going to be quite pleased with that. Race on. Kanji here in fourth place, tucked into that slipstream. Are we going to see a move into the chase? This is a great passing spot here on the racetrack, and we're going to see a lot of moves attempted here as these drivers close in up this long Conrod straight. We got Petrolhead here in fifth place. We've got ATK Cursed here in sixth. We got Dirty Harry here in seventh. We got Misdevious in the Porsche 911. Ooh, in ninth place. Made a little bit of a mistake there. She's coming in on track there, and ooh, I'm not sure who it is there that was trying to get around. I think it was Tom the Tech. I think there might have been a small amount of contact there, and he does manage to get around there. We got Larry Birch here in 10th. We got Streeter Tom here in 10th, and we lost the driver. Oh, that was quick. Alright, so we had a driver disconnect here. That actually could constitute a red flag. It is early enough in the race. Who was it? Ooh, we lost somebody. I'll figure it out here in a second. We got Risky still in the lead of this race here. 1.2 seconds now is that gap. Black Widow here in second position, chasing as they head up the mountain here for the second time. Lucas 36 here in third place, chasing right now. Made a little mistake coming down the mountain, cost him a position here, but still in podium currently. Petrolhead here gaining right now up into fourth place. We got Dirty Harry here in fifth. We got Jakey in sixth. We got Tom the Tech in seventh. We got Misdevious in eighth. I think it was a Cursed we lost. We got Larry here in 9th, we got Tom in 10th, and we got Kanji in 11th. It was ATK Cursed. No, it was ATK Motorsports Cursed. We had an issue with this driver last week as well. Okay. Again, since the update, some drivers have just been having some old recurring issues coming up, and unfortunately they're kind of gnarly ones, and they just randomly pick people and just give them an absolute hard time to play this game. And right now some of our drivers are starting to feel that, and ATK Cursed is one of those drivers. So we got 3-second penalty here for Larry. We got Streeter Tom here in 10th. We got Kanji here in 11th position. He's not going to be pleased. He's not going to be pleased about that. I'm not sure what's going on here. We know my host is strong, that's not the issue, but yeah, again, you know, there's just something going on with the game right now, and it's like I said, it selects people and it just picks on them. So we're not sure exactly what the source of the issue is yet. We had the issue last night as well, in a different format of an issue, and it actually disallowed a driver to even be able to race last night. So we're seeing much of the same thing here again tonight, but in a disconnect version. So the race is going, but the connection didn't stay with that particular driver to the lobby, and that's what caused him to disconnect in the race. Yeah, we have to figure that out. It could be. It could be. Risky with a 202.081, immediately asserting that fastest lap that they put down qualifying right back in racing conditions here. Black Widow here in second place. We got Lucas 36 in third. We got Petrolhead here in fourth. We got Dirty Harry here in fifth. We got Jake in sixth. We got Tom the Tech here in seventh. We got Misdevious in eighth. We got Streeter Tom in ninth. We got Kanji in 10th. We got Larry here in 11th position. And right now, the biggest thing I'm suggesting is really a hard reset on the console, but it's risky. Sometimes it creates a upload issue again, or a turn back on issue. We had to do it with Cornstick from VPR last night. He had to do a hard cache clear on his PlayStation 5, and then he stopped having the issues. So it might be much of the same thing occurs. Give you everything a good hard reset, internet, everything, my guy, and jump back into the lobby after the race. We'll get you in the back of the grid. We got Black Widow here in second position. We got Lucas in third. We got Petrol in fourth. We got Dirty Harry here in fifth. We got Jakey in sixth. We got Streeter Tom in seventh. We got Misdevious in dropped down to 11th here. Not sure what happened there. Made a mistake coming down the mountain, or heading down the mountain? Is it down the mountain? Oh yeah, nope, she missed her break point there. She took the runoff. And she sees the traffic coming, so she's just letting all that hot lap traffic through. Oh, super unfortunate there is just a little bit of a braking error there and taking that runoff. That's why the runoff is there in that track. That's exactly the purpose of the runoff there. So very well demonstrated by Miss Devious there, as she knew she wasn't going to make that corner. Instead of trying to, instead of causing a big wreck, she opted to just use that run out and well, save her car and all the other racers around just being stuck in a bad spot in a very tough part of the circuit. So great awareness right there by Miss Devious. We got Lucas 36 here. He's closing in on Black Widow. It's less than 3/4 of a second, so he's in that slipstream here as they head up the mountain straight for the fourth time here in this race. Again, it's only a 15-minute race, so we're going to see like 8 laps here, 7-8 laps, something like that. But Lucas 36 has a gap of 3 seconds right now on our 4th place driver, Petrolhead. So Petrolhead here's got a gap of 8 seconds to Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry's having a great race here, so in 5th place right now. Jakey has got that Lamborghini up into 6th place. Streeter Tom back up into 7th here. We got Kanji down into 8th. We got some front aero damage on that racing car. We've got Larry up into 9th here, and he's got a clean race car, so could be able to take advantage of some of these drivers with the damage here. We've got Tom the Tech here. He's in 10th place and may have repaired damage. I'm not sure why he's dropped down here. And we got Miss Devious, we've seen there taking the runoff there in 11th place. She's picked up a little bit of damage here for herself as well. So hey, appreciate it. It's respect for the awareness. Absolutely, that was great racing awareness right there. So here we go down the mountain through the dipper. The Mercedes should be fairly stable through there. It's a nice big heavy car. It's kind of designed for those bumpier portions of the racetrack. Oh, and Black Widow gets into the wall there. Oh, and Lucas gets into the back of Black Widow there. Obviously it wasn't intentional there. This is just a very narrow part of the racetrack, and there is just nowhere to go there. She does not pick up any damage from that contact there from Lucas 36, and Lucas 36 doesn't pick up any contact from the damage either. So no harm, no foul in that sense there. Unfortunate for Lucas is he wasn't able to get around her there, but again, just nowhere to go. That's a tough spot of the track to have a car make a mistake when you're close proximity like that, and they handle it quite well. But it's going to be race on between those two here. It's Jakey here in 6th place, and the gap is 2 seconds, 3 seconds. We're going to see a much tighter, I think, race 2 here in this race. I think it's just because it's a different style of race. It's not going to be a full-out push to the finish type thing. Fuel will factor into the race in the second race as well, so the drivers may be thinking about that in their pit strategy. So it's going to be hard to say. I think we're going to see a really nose-to-tail tight race in the second race for a large part of it, and then of course it'll go into, you know, what we see, everybody in their pace and their strategy, and then we'll see that usually what we see, a hectic finish in these 30-minute pit stop mandatory races. So Risky, he's running away right now, 6.5 seconds up the road, and Black Widow's been trying hard to catch up to him, but little mistakes, and the driver's behind, and when the driver in front isn't making those mistakes, it gets really hard to catch up. Black Widow's still doing a pretty good job of fending off Lucas 36 here right now, but for how much longer it's hard to say. Of course, Black Widow, a damaged race car here currently right now with still 6 minutes remaining. That is going to affect some top end speed and potential cornering ability for that racing car. So she's got a battle on her hands here for the next 6 minutes, and that battle's name is Lucas 36 and that Ford GT race car in behind. We know he's quick. He's very patient. He's gonna sit here right now. He's gonna sit in behind. He's gonna look for that weak spot from this driver, and that is probably where we're gonna see him pounce. So to see how long it takes before he makes that decision to jump on board here with Lucas 36 as he's chasing down Black Widow in second place here. Just get a little bit of a different angle here on this dark racetrack for everybody as we head down in through the S's into the dipper. Here we go. And you can see how gingerly that Ford GT has to take that corner. He has to really take it easy through there. It'll unsettle that racing car, but he makes up for it coming into Forrest's elbow here. Is he going to get the run? And this is a passing opportunity. A little bit of a squiggle right there coming from Lucas 36, and that could cost him time heading up the Conrad straight here. So he may catch Black Widow, but will he be close enough to make a move on Black Widow by the time he gets to the chase? I don't think so. The exit just might not have been there for him. He is closing in here, though, as we head towards a little kink here. And are we going to see a move? He is right there. He is right there. But again, smart racing driver. He knows that, you know what, I'm a little far back here. Let's not do this right now. Let's try to get next lap around. Or maybe he's got a different spot on the racetrack in mind. We're keeping our eye on these two here. We've got Petrolhead in 4th. We got Dirty Harry again in 5th from VPR Racing. I'm sorry, I know you guys can't really see the cars. It's dark. The night race here tonight makes it very difficult. But You know what? Doesn't change the fact that there's still good racing happening on the racetrack. Streeter Tom here in 6th place, and he's managed to get around Jakey here, so they swap positions. Jakey now in 7th place. We got Larry charging here now in 8th. Again, an undamaged racing car here right now. We got Misdevious here in 9th, and side by side with Kanji. Here we go. Nice little battle right here for 9th and 10th place, and Misdevious is going to get it for the time being. Kanji's going to take a look up the inside going into Murray's corner. She's going to defend that line off, and she's going to head up to the start-finish line with a position gained here, and 4 minutes on the clock, so it is Larry Birch up in front of her here now. We got Kanji here in the 10th place, and I doubt that this battle is done. He's going to remain and continue to try and put the pressure on. We got Tom DeTech here in 11th place, and it's a little bit more damage on that NSX there, so just not having a good race one here, some of these drivers, and it's tough conditions out there. It is very dark, and you can see there's not a whole lot of lighting assistance from the racetrack itself. I mean, it's on a mountain. I mean, what do we expect? We got Risky coming down. It's 201.937 now, fastest lap on the track right now, so broken into the 201s on these medium tires. Has Risky here, so yeah, we're going to see some fast times here, I think, from some of these drivers in that second race when they get to those soft tires. We have Black Widow here in 2nd position. She's doing a great job of fending off Lucas 36 here for the time being, but for how long is to be determined. You got a better exit out of the Forest Elbow there. Let's see if he can pull in on that Genesis. Petrolhead here in 4th position here, and he's in a good position. I mean, he's all alone. He's only 6 seconds behind the podium right now. If one of those two makes a big mistake, he is potentially close enough to grab that position off him here before the end of the race. Dirty Harry here in 5th place. We've got Streeter Tom in 6th. We got Jakey in 7th. We got Larry in 8th. Misdevious in 9th, and Kanji in 10th. And these three are really starting to close up here. And we got Tom rounding up the field here. Of course, we did have ATK occur there with some mechanical malfunction of the car, and the team is working on that in the paddock right now and trying to get that driver back out for race number 2 here. But it is Risky Replicant, and it has been a dominating performance here in race 1 from this driver, but that does mean he's going to have to go to the back of the pack if he finishes in 1st place for race 2. He's going to have to try and fight his way through all these pro class drivers if he wants back-to-back podiums here tonight. We got PX7's Black Widow here, and she's opened up the gap a little bit here on Lucas with that damage on that racing car, so that is interesting. She is absolutely sending that thing. We got Lucas 36 here in 3rd position. We got Petrolhead here in 4th. We got Dirty Harry here in 5th. We got Streeter Tom in 6th. We've got Jake in 7th position. We got Larry Birch here in 8th, and he's about 9 seconds in behind teammate Jake in front right now. Misdevious is 2 seconds in behind. It seems like those two are slightly closing in on him here as well, so no battling happening between Kanji and Misdevious here right now, and that is allowing both these drivers to potentially catch Larry Birch before the end of the race, but they got to do it now, and since this is the final lap for some of these drivers, so our mid-pack and our back half of the pack drivers are running out of time, so if it's going to make it happen, they got to make it happen soon. As Risky's coming down, he may just squeeze across that start-finish line for another lap here as he comes down into Forest Elbow here for potentially the big slide right there out of that Mercedes, and that's going to cost him a little bit of time right there on the 2nd place driver, but he's got a healthy lead there, doesn't need to panic, just got to gather it back up. He's got the car moving back in a straight line, and he's just got to finish this race out. He has half a lap, maybe 1 lap remaining here, depending when he crosses the start-finish line. I think he's going to get there in time, so it is going to be one more for Risky when he crosses here, I believe. We got Black Widow still hanging tight in 2nd place. We got Lucas 36 here in 3rd. He just hasn't had an answer for Black Widow there. We've got Petrolhead here in 4th. We got Dirty Harry here in 5th. We got Streeter Tom in 6th. Jakey in 7th. We got Larry in 8th. Drivers again. Those back 2 drivers closing in here. Misdevious is now closed up to a 2nd. Kanji is right on the rear bumper of Misdevious here as they head down the mountain, and here we go as we continue on. We're heading up into the Conrad Straight here, and are we going to see the move? Are we going to see defense? And Misdevious is going to take a center line here at the moment and make Kanji choose, so let's go. Oh, this is a great battle. I know we got drivers coming across the finish line, but we're side by side coming through the chase here. This is going to be for this position, 9th and 10th place here, and it is a battle between Misdevious and Kanji, and Misdevious holding very strong here. That was a great attempt by Kanji, but just not able to get around. And who do we have getting all the way around here? All right, Larry is going to be the first to take checkered flag. 8th place for Larry. Misdevious in 9th, and Kanji. No, Kanji's going to get it done there. He gets 9th place from Misdevious there, and I'm not sure what happened there. We just missed it. And Tom the Tech here in 11th, of course. We go to look, and we miss all the fun, right? We'll get it in the highlight video, though. It's okay. But it is risky here as he heads down. So top 7 drivers one more time around the racetrack here. And Peyton's on one tonight. That's what we love to hear. That's what we love to hear. Black Widow here in 2nd place. Lucas starting to close back in again. Boy, he's running out of time, though. If he's going to make it happen, it's got to be now. We got Petrolhead here in 4th, Dirty Air in 5th, and Strader Tom closing in here in 6th place as well. So we got a couple of battles developing here still in this front half of the pack. Risky, he's cruising 9.7 seconds on Black Widow here. Black Widow, she is fighting for her life here. Lucas 36 right there, headlights in that rearview mirror. She knows he's there. He's been there for the whole race, chasing her down here. And I just don't think he's close enough. He just needs to get these last few corners right there. Should be able to hold that charge off. We got Petrol in 4th. We got Dirty Harry and Streeter Tom here at 5th to 6th place. Ooh, and a little wiggle right there by the McLaren driver. And look at that Porsche gain. Oh, that was unfortunate timing there for Dirty Harry, and it is going to be Streeter Tom who's going to jump up and grab that position very late in the race here. So 5th place here for Streeter Tom, and a little bit of a wiggle coming out of Forrest Elbow there from Dirty Harry, and it cost him a position there. Risky coming across with the race win here in sprint race number 1 is going to be Black Widow coming through here in 2nd position as well here in race 1. Lucas 36 in P3 for race 1. Petrolhead going to come across here in that Corvette in 4th position. Great race from Petrolhead here as he comes through. We got Streeter Tom just getting the job done there on Dirty Harry just a few corners ago, and he's going to hold strong here and get a 5th place finish here in race 1 for himself as well. So great racing here from the drivers. We got Dirty Harry coming across in 6th place, and Jakey is going to be the last driver to take the checkered flag here in 7th place in race number 1. Larry Birch again finishing in 8th position. Kanji just getting Misdevious out of the final corner. Misdevious in 10th, and Tom here in 11th position. All right. Ooh, look at that. His pole position, clean race, and fastest lap from our race winner, Risky Replicant. And that was a pretty dominating performance here on the mountain. So save your replays, drivers. All right. And let's go take a look. So Risky Replicant with that Mercedes, 2020 Mercedes, that is, in 1st place here, off pole position, 201.898, fastest lap on the racetrack. Black Widow finishing here in 2nd position. Lucas 36 in 3rd. Petrolhead here in 4th place with Streeter Tom in 5th. Dirty Harry here in 6th. Jakey in 7th. Larry Birch in 8th. Going down to the second half of our screen here, it's Kanji Club in 9th, Misdevious in 10th, Tom the Tech here in 11th, and ATK Accursed with mechanical issues are in that racing car in behind wall. It'll be a 12th place finish for him. He'll be able to get back up into hopefully pit lane here now, and we can get some racing happening. See you all around, boys. Hey, Stefan, you're leaving now? The good stuff's just starting to happen. All right, let's go change some lobby settings. Oh, hold on. Just give all the drivers a chance to save their version of the replays. Of course, we ask our drivers to save their version of the replays because if it does come down to a post-race report for an incident on track during racing conditions, the stewards do require the POV of each driver involved, and that is due to what we have to work with right now with the coding issues, the PS4 to PS5 issues. There's just several issues we got to deal with. We want to make sure that we have each driver's point of view so we can assess and look at it from every angle, every point of view, and ideally make a proper determination that way. The host's replay doesn't necessarily tell the right story, so we really do work hard to try and make sure we give the drivers the absolute fair, ample opportunity to have everything square down the line. So Apex Race Sim Racing Larry Birch is required to serve a drive-through penalty within the first 3 laps of this race. That is a no service pit stop, so he will have to come in, stop, and go. Once he's done that, that will be cleared, and then he will still need, of course, to worry about his pit strategy for his 30-minute race. So Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch is going to be on the back foot here in race 2, and that was for an incident on track in week number 2. What's up, Joe? How you doing, my guy? I appreciate that like on the stream. That was good racing out there. You know, the pros handled that well, like the pros, like the pros. They kept telling me get ready to call a red flag all leading up into the race here, but should never doubt the pros, right? Nah, they handled that great. They did. That was some great racing. Some individual drivers having their own individual struggles. Again, battling the mountain. When I race on Bathurst, that's exactly what it is. I'm not really battling my fellow competitors on track. I'm more battling the mountain and myself. It's just a track I just don't do well at. So I totally feel the pain of some of the drivers that they're trying to survive here tonight and move on to our next round next week, of course, and going back into some endurance racing. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to flip you back over to this screen for a minute while we set the grid. I'm scared for the next one. Yeah, you got some work to do, man. Nice race, though. That was great pace. Great pace. Alright, Kirsty, you want to try and get back up into the house here, and hopefully we can get a race out of you here tonight. If not, we're going to have to go to the drawing board. We'll get in behind the scenes with the staff, and we'll go through some work throughs and see if we can't get the problem sorted out. My man. How am I supposed to copy Larry's pit strategy when he's making unscheduled stops? Well, I don't know. I don't know, my guy. I guess you gotta pick a different driver to watch. Yeah, TDC Gaming coming in with the heart. Olander Gaming coming in with the heart as well. We have Chad coming in with the heart. Egon coming in with the heart. Ian coming in with the share on the stream. Slath Gaming coming in with the share on the stream as well. We got Pame, Stefan, Aaron, Corey, Ian, Slash Gaming, LJ Stewart, Stefan Nielsen, Joe Merciel coming in with likes over on the stream here on the Facebook as well. Thank you for all the likes and the shares, of course, over on the YouTube as well. We don't get those alerts. I don't know why, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So we'll have some podium interviews, of course, after this 30-minute race. We're going to interview all our drivers. We haven't quite figured out how we're going to sort the sprint race interviews out yet. We'll try to figure that out before our next set of sprint races in a couple weeks' time here. But man, the season is flying by already, isn't it? Oh wow, we're moving and we're cruising. That's for sure. Let's bring up our points here one more time. Let's take another look at our standings here. I'm just waiting to see if ATK is coming back in. He's the only Lexus. Tattooed Freak is also in a Lexus. He's just not in the race here tonight. He was unable to make the races here tonight. So there is 2 Lexuses actually in the Pro Division here. So again, it is Lucas 36 in the lead. We stopped at the top 10 there. So after the way those races finished, Risky coming in with the big points there, the fastest lap point as well. That's going to boost him up at 33 points in the standings. That's going to put him up to 90 points. And Lucas 36 finishing in 3rd there. I believe that's 26 points. So it's getting very close in the standings as we head into race 3, essentially. Of course, unofficially, this is just doing quick math off the top of my head here, but yeah, alright, so we're just going to give ATK a Curse a chance to come in, my guy. If you're still watching, let us know what's going on. Shoot us up with a message or something here. Oh, that doesn't help. I know, my guy, I'm sorry. Do a reset on your wheel. We'll wait for you, dude. We will wait. Alright, so I'm just going to send a message to the drivers letting them know we're just giving ATK a Curse a moment to get in. Alright, sorry everybody. Well, that doesn't help. I know it doesn't help, right? Hey, what's up, Lucky7? How you doing, my guy? We did see Black Widow have the same issue last week, actually, racing as well. She had to do a hard wheel reset with, I believe it was a DD Pro she's running. Uh, yeah, some moments there for her. She was in the race, so we have another driver having a similar issue here. So it might not have actually been a console issue. It might have actually been, yeah, it's a wheel issue. And again, this is one of the things that seems to have stemmed up since our recent update here in Gran Turismo 7 is some people with certain wheels are having really random, weird issues affecting racing. Jakey out there selling qualities like a Billy Mays commercial. Oh, that's funny. All right, so we got Bar 27 in 11th place there with 34 points. Payme with only one race with 32 points. If he was racing, he might be at the top of the standings right now. We got Kanji here with 30 points. Black Widow with 29. We got Miss Devious there with 20. Tom the Tech with 16. Doug Burrow, one of our reserves, with 12. And Tattooed Freak there with 4. So, yeah. We had a couple drivers make car changes. So, of course, that, changed their point standings as well. Heading into round 2. So a couple of these drivers opting to give up their points. And start fresh with a new car into round 2. So we did give them the option, and that is, of course, the deal. If they do swap a car anytime in the season, then it is their responsibility to, well, they're going to lose their points. So they got to start from scratch, basically. Alright, let's set our lineup here for now, for the time being. We got Tom, Miss Devious, Kanji. And if a curse gets in here, we can get him into the grid here too as well. Larry, Jake, Dirty Harry, Tom. Petro, Lucas. Black Widow, Risky. Alright, so we'll give Accursed a couple more minutes here, and if he can't get into the lobby, then we'll have to kick this thing. So we're just going to give him a couple more minutes here. It's tough when we don't have an in-race control in this lobby right now because I don't have that extra source of communication, so I'm kind of guessing what's going on at the moment. But we'll see what happens here. He could be resetting everything right now, so. How we all doing? How's the racing been so far? A little less red flaggy. That's always a plus, right? We're gonna have the driver vote, viewers vote driver of the day vote up here in about 20 minutes time. By the time we get race started here, and that will stay up until podium interviews get started, and we'll shut those polls down and determine who our viewers driver of the day is. And how do we determine that? Well, there's no real process to determining that. I just kind of keep my eyes on how the racing's been throughout the first race and halfway through the second race, and I just toss 4 names up there. So we try to give everybody their fair share on that vote as well. And there's no real criteria to it. It could just be new drivers coming in for their first run. It could be 4 drivers that have really made some moves through the pack. It's really hard to say. So we really got to see what happens in the second race to really kind of start to narrow down who we're going to put up for the bonus 2 points from the viewers here today. But we'll have to see. All right. I'm just thinking about it right now as I went silent there for a second. Seeing a squirrel. Squirrel. Dark, but you're killing it. Appreciate you. I know it's very dark, you guys. This will be the last full dark night race in the schedule here, so we'll be back to regular regular seeing our car liveries and all the great stuff racing here starting next week again. But you know, this is a difficult race. I mean, all things aside, Mount Panorama on a good day is a difficult race. Put them on 2 sprint races around this track with the pace of this lobby. That makes 2 very difficult races, and then we factor in just absolute sheer pitch black darkness. Yeah, I mean it's one of the most difficult races in the game, I think, in my personal opinion. Bathurst at night, any form of racing, especially with our current tire and physics model that we have rocking and rolling here right now, it definitely makes for some difficult racing. So, all right, we haven't gotten any response from our boy here. What's going on, my dude? Is he hiding over on Facebook now? No, no, don't see him there. I'm just waiting for ATK, Kirster. Give him 5 minutes. 5 minutes is almost done here. All right. I'm just gonna go check Discord real quick here. The sponsors aren't happy. Still at work, popping and show support driver and fans, especially you, my bearded friend. Appreciate you, Kelty. Hey, GG's last night. Great racing, my dude. Kelty coming in with that like on the stream as well. Just gonna go hit Discord here real quick and go check my messages. Alright, he is doing exactly that. He's just doing the firmware on his wheel, so gonna give him a couple more minutes here. I'm just replying to him here right now. Alright, I'm just communicating with the driver here right now, ladies and gentlemen, so just bear with me. As I said, I don't have race control in this lobby, so it's difficult to get that communication through. Alright, we got so many forms of communication, it's awesome. You know, in Discord, we love Discord here at GT45 Game. It's the heart and soul of our page here. Everything operates through Discord servers, so the drivers are ready to go. We're just waiting to see if we can get a Kirsten. He's a pro, he should have had it sorted days ago. He's just kidding, it happens. It does happen. I mean, we're at the mercy of, we're at the mercy of our technology. We're at the mercy of the update. We're at the mercy of the game servers. You know, there's a lot of things constantly going on, it seems like, here with Gran Turismo 7 lately, but you know, we just grin and bear it and we just keep pushing through it, and eventually we find easy ways to get around it. But right now this is not an easy issue to work around, so I can only give him 3 more minutes here, chat, so we can't prolong too much longer here. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, Miss Davis. You're not wrong. Not a bad thing. How much longer you guys want to wait? Oh, there he is. Haha, that was good timing. Atta boy, that's what we love to see. Alright, let's get him back in the grid here, chat. Let's get him up in that grid. Alright, he's going to have to start at the back of the grid because he didn't actually complete the first race. But he's here. He's in the grid. So, fantastic. Race starts in 1 minute. Alright, good luck, drivers. We're ready to rock and roll here again, ladies and gentlemen. That is beautiful. Don't you just love it when things work out? I love it when things work out. Uh-oh. What do we got going on? Oh, we dropped frames a minute ago. No. let's close some windows here. Let's see if we can help it out a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can get it settled down here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we got all our drivers in. Let's go. No, it's gonna stay in the back. It's gonna stay in the back, Misty. Oh, no. Come on, stream. Play nice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's do it. You may drop the stream out on YouTube. YouTube is struggling with the stream here at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. I am recording the remainder of it just in case it does do exactly that. Alright, we're off. That started quick. It's Tom the Tech in pole position here. It's going to be Kanji here in second position. It is Miss Devious here in third. We're going through the grid, make sure everybody gets off right. This is a 30-minute endurance race. This is a medium and soft tire race here, so a pit stop is going to be mandatory. And we got a battle here immediately. ATK Kirsten immediately jumping up into 10th place there. Lucas 36 here in 11th. Risky, he's just hanging back there right now in 12th. He's probably going to sit tight here. Let the first lap around the mountain go. I apologize. I know the stream is struggling right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's not much I can do about it here currently. Alright, it's Tom the Tech here in the lead of the race. We got Kanji here in second. He is tucked right up in behind the Flying Fox Racing NSX here. We have TT Miss Devious here in third place. Jakey up there in fourth, right in behind. We got Larry Birch here in fifth place. We got Petrolhead here in sixth. We got Black Widow in seventh. We got Dirty Harry, in eighth. We got Apex Streeter Tom here in ninth. We got Lucas 36 in 10th. We got a Curse down into 11th now. And we got Risky here in 12th place. So the reason why we stuck him in last place in the grid is because he didn't complete a full lap in the first race, and or if you're still having that wheel issue, he's safer in the back of the pack than he is up in the front of the pack. So if the wheel does act up at race start again, of course it doesn't bottle up the whole pack, cause a red flag situation. So it is the nature of the procedures, and that's just the way it is, unfortunately. But hey, he's on track at racing, and that is ultimately what counts the most. Tom the Tech here in the lead still. Miss Devious now up into second place. She's got around Kanji here in third. Jakey still in fourth here. We got Larry here in fifth. We got Petrol in sixth. Black Widow in seventh. Dirty Harry here in eighth. Boy, these drivers are still very close together on this first lap. We got Streeter Tom. He's going to make a big move here on Dirty Harry going around the kink, man, and he sends it. Now he's tucked right in behind Black Widow. Is he going to go for a twofer there? No, he's not. Dirty Harry's now defending against Lucas 36. Lucas 36 going inside here out of the chase, and he is not. He's going to get hung up behind Black Widow there. Black Widow's now up in beside the Streeter Tom here. They're battling for position. Jakey going a little bit deep. Tom goes a little bit deep. Jakey goes out the tractor. He's got to wait for all those cars to get through. Dirty Harry here in 7th place. We got Tom the Tech in 8th. We got Risky in 10th. We've got Larry Birch serving his penalty here. We're just going to keep an eye on this. We got to watch. I know there's action on the track. I know. Kanji now in the lead. We got Jakey in 2nd. Miss Devious in 3rd. Black Widow in 4th. Lucas in 5th. We got Streeter Tom in 6th. Dirty Harry in 7th. I cursed up in the 8th. We got Risky up in the 9th. Tom the Tech down in 10th. Petrolhead here down into 11th. And Larry Birch there is cleared. He is cleared. He's good to go. Race on for Larry Birch here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, come on, stream. Settle down. Let's this good action go to the viewers. Let's go TT10. Let's go 1010s Racing Team. Hey, what's up, Joe? How you on? That's right, we got 2 drivers here in the field tonight as well from 1010s Racing. So, Kanji here from VPR Racing Team, though, the Victory Pace Racing Club currently leading this race. Apex Sim Racing's Jakey tucked in right there in 2nd place. We got 1010s Miss Devious here in 3rd. 1010s Black Widow here also in 4th position. We got VPR's Dirty Harry here in 5th. We've got ATK's Accursed in 6th. We've got Risky Replicant. I believe he's independent still. Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing in 8th. We've got VTX Petrolhead here in 9th. I can't remember what VTX stands for. We'll get that for you guys next week. Lucas 36 is independent here. He's currently sitting in 10th right now. He's got some damage on that racing car. We got Larry Birch here in 11th. He's got wide open racing space. And Streeter Tom here in 12th. So he's right there. Larry Birch is still in the fight for this. in this race here. With the mistakes made by some of these drivers, but it is Kanji in the early lead here as we head up to the chase for the second time. We're going to stick with the front group here just for a few seconds while we get around this final sector here at Mount Panorama, and you can see it's nose to tail there for our top three drivers basically. Kanji, Jakey, and Miss Devious all in line here as we head up into the chase. So Kanji's nice, good, tight entry and exit right there. He's going to come through and not lose a stitch of pace as he comes through. Jakey actually loses just a little bit, but he's going to close back up as he comes in through Murray's corner here. And then we have Black Widow here in fourth position. So it's Risky now all the way up into fifth place. Risky's been moving very quickly here through the grid. Of course, Benefactors, whatever happened to drop some of these drivers down through the grid there. I think maybe something in the mountain happened there, but it is still race on. So it's Tom the Tech here in seventh. We've got Lucas here in eighth. We've got Larry in ninth. He is coming up in behind Lucas there. We got Dirty Harry here in 10th. We got Tom sitting here in 11th position. Looks like he's coming in for a repair there. We've got Cursed here in 12th position. He's going to jump up into 11th here. So maybe feeling out that wheel a little bit too. He said he was having some wheel issues, so maybe things might not be quite right for him. He's maybe just taking it a little easy here. We didn't take anybody. Kanji here in first place. We got Black Widow here in second. We got Risky here in third. We got Petrolhead in fourth. We got Tom in fifth. We got Jake here in sixth. We got Lucas in seventh. We got Larry in eighth. We got Miss Devious here in ninth. And there's some damage on that racing car, so we're switching some positions around here. We got Dirty Harry here in 10th. We got ATK Cursed here in 11th. And then we got Streeter Tom now in 12th position, making that pit stop. Got to get rid of that damage here. A lot of these drivers realize that. She inquired and wanted to come over. Mr. Benson, just so you know we're transparent here. We got nothing to hide. Of course, we did talk with VPR about it as everything happened. So yeah, it's all good, dude. It's all good. It's racing. It's the way it goes. Risky here up into third place now. Petrol here in fourth. We got Tom the Tech here in fifth. We got Jakey in sixth. We got Lucas in seventh. We got Larry here in eighth. We got Miss Devious in ninth. We got Dirty Harry here in 10th. We've got ATK Cursed here in 11th. We got Streeter Tom here in 12th position. Alright, so it is Kanji here, and he's got a gap. 5 seconds right now on Black Widow here in second place. From there, it's 2.2 seconds to Risky here in third. From there, it's Petrolhead in fourth. We got Tom in fifth. It's 4 seconds to the fourth place driver here currently. We've got Jakey now settled in sixth place here. He's got some rear end damage on that Lamborghini. We've got Larry Birch here. He's got a clean racing car at the moment. We got Lucas 36 here. He's got a pretty beaten up racing car here at the moment. We got Miss Devious here. She's got a little bit of front damage on that racing car there, and you can see it kind of affected that turning a little bit there. Dirty Harry now putting a little bit of pressure here on Miss Devious as they come around Murray's corner here. And is he going to try and... Nope, he's not close enough to get anything happening into Hell's corner number one. We got ATK Cursed. He's starting to close in here, and Streeter Tom now in 12th place here. He is 15 seconds out. So going to be interesting to see how the strategies play out here now. The drivers have pit for damage. We had a driver through penalty go through. We have drivers making mistakes and picking up damage, not coming in to replace that damage. Is the Penske of GT7. Here we go. Alright, Chihuahua. Mr. Benson, play nice now. We got Black Widow here in second place. We got Risky. That was good. That was good. I'm going to give you some props. That was pretty good. We got Risky here in third. We got Petrolhead in fourth. We got Tom the Tech in fifth. We got Jakey in sixth position. And 3.6 seconds from Tom the Tech right now. Lucas is 3.5 from Larry Birch, who we just decided to skip over there. Who's got 5 seconds in behind Jakey. Miss Devious is just off of the back bumper of Lucas 36 here currently, and Dirty Harry still right there in 10th place, tucked in behind her rear windscreen here as well. So these three cars, as they come down the mountain here through the S's, a little bit of contact with the wall there from Dirty Harry. Ooh, can he go? He did grab onto it there. He did hold on to it there, and oof, that was a tense moment right there for Dirty Harry as a curse comes through, moves up into 10th place there, and that wall, the little tap on the wall there, just threw his trajectory off. Oh, and Streeter Tom getting it wrong coming through Skyline. That was a massive, massive collision right there for Apex Streeter Tom. And Oh boy, race 2. Not going so well for our Porsche driver here. Huge spin up in the skyline there. Just got a little bit wide on exit. Coming out of McPhillamy Park section there and in the skyline, and boy, he was just along for the ride there. He gets that car spot around and back down the road, so he's obviously okay, but a huge hit there from Apex Racing Streetertown. We got Black Widow here in second place. We got Risky tucked right in behind here now in third place. Is he going to go for it here? It looks like Black Widow is going to set up to stay on the defensive line here as we head into Griffin's Bend, so side by side as we head up to turn 2 here on lap 5 of this 30-minute race. So we're about 9 minutes in. We still got 21 minutes remaining in this race yet, and we're going to go side by side up through Griffin's Bend. And oh, this is a beauty right here. That is how you do it right there, folks. And Black Widow is absolutely going to hold on to that for the time being as we head up into the cutting and into Quarry here. It is still Black Widow in second place and Risky in third, but boy, the pressure is on from Risky Replicant here in third position. From there, it's Petrolhead chasing in fourth place, and this is going to benefit him a little bit. That battling is slowing those two down. Should allow him to gain some ground here. So here we go as we head up in through Reed Park, up into McPhillamy Park here right now, and around this corner here's McPhillamy Park, and then that takes us into Skyline once we get out of here. Ooh, and there we go. We got Black Widows going wide there too, and oh boy, a reaction there from Risky, and he gets all kinds of sideways trying to avoid the miscalculation from Black Widow. She goes deep there. Risky's going to get the position, and Petrolhead here might be benefiting as well as he is right in behind Black Widow now. So our fourth place driver, I just finished saying the battling from these two drivers is going to allow Petrolhead to catch up. He is all over the back end of that Genesis driver, so Risky does move up into second place there, and I think that Black Widow might have given that position to him as she felt that that was her bad there, making that mistake coming up into Skyline there. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like to me. So we got Petrolhead here in third position now. Petrolhead chasing Black Widow chasing Petrolhead in from fourth. We got Tom the Tech up in the fifth place, and he's 7 seconds in behind, so having a good consistent race. Larry here up at the sixth place now, and he is chasing Tom the Tech here. We've got Jakey in seventh position. We've got Miss Devious back up into eighth place here now. Lucas 36 is falling in behind. He had all that damage on that racing car there in ninth place. We've got ATK Cursed here in 10th. We've got Dirty Harry here at 11th. We've got Streeter Tom here with another fixed race car here at 12th. And boy, oh boy, race number 2 has not gone well for the Apex Sim Racing driver, Streeter Tom there. That Porsche is going to need a little TLC. You know I love you. I know you do. My God, that was great. That really was. That was a great moment right there. And that was a great moment right there in chat, Aaron. I'm not gonna lie. That was good. That was good. Felt the burn a little bit there. It is Kanji though, almost 10 seconds now. So Apex Jakey coming into pit lane. First driver to make, I believe, a scheduled pit stop. Maybe not a scheduled pit stop. There's some heavy damage on that Lamborghini. He might be in for a repair here. But it is Kanji in the lead of this race. We got Risky chasing now. It's 9.2 seconds at the gap between Risky and Kanji. Petrolhead is 2 seconds in behind Risky, and Black Widow is closing back in on Petro, but he got a good run through the cutting there, and he actually opened the gap up just slightly there as they head back up in through Quarry. So Tom the Tech now as he heads up through cutting, got 8 seconds, so losing a little bit of pace on those two drivers up in front currently. Larry Birch here in 6th place. He's in no man's land right now. 6 seconds to Tom, 8 seconds to Miss Devious. Miss Devious here in 7th position. We got ATK Cursed here in 8th. We got Dirty Harry here in 9th. We got Apex Jakey. Woo! Having a moment coming out of pit lane there in 10th position. We got Lucas 36 now coming into pit lane here as well. And where are we at? We're at about the 12-minute mark in the race here, so we may be seeing a case of drivers jumping on the soft tires here at this point. They just want to get rid of that damage. They're going to try and stretch that soft stint out a little bit longer. Maybe this is by design without the damage, obviously, but they are going to continue on down the road here. So I hope everybody's stream is still holding up there. It looks like it's started to settle back down here. So Kanji here in first place. We got Risky in second. We got Petrolhead here in third, and Black Widow is just off in the distance. They're now losing ground to that Corvette up in front there. It's currently fourth place here for Black Widow. We got Tom Tech here in fifth. We've got Miss Devious now up in sixth, and the tires look fantastic on that race car. It's just holding some damage there and slowing her down. We got ATK Cursed here in seventh. He's having a great drive here right now. After the mechanical failure in race 1, it looks like that team's got that car sorted out. So Dirty Harry here in 8th place. We got Birch in 9th place. And oh boy, he's picked up all kinds of juicy damage there. We've got Jakey here in 10th position after his pit stop, and we were correct on the assumption there. We have Lucas here in 11th, and Streeter Tom now coming in, and I think he's having that crew look at that car, so that huge hit out of Skyline there might have jostled something in that Porsche 911 RSR, and it looks like he's got the pit crew having a little peek at that Porsche right now. Alright. right, so it is Kanji here in the lead, 11 seconds. Petrolhead here now up into second. Risky did make a pit stop there that last time through. We have Black Widow back up into third. That puts Tom the Tech up into fourth place. That puts Miss Devious here in fifth. That puts Mr. Accursed here up into sixth place, and he's closing in on Miss Devious here. And again, non-damage versus damage car here, so he is going to pull in on her relatively quickly here. She just doesn't quite have that horsepower she is used to having right now in that Porsche due to that damage. Now, what the extent of the damage is on that racing car is hard to say. It could just be light damage. It could be heavy damage. There are variations of the damage that you do take on these racing cars with our heavy damage model here in Gran Turismo as well. So when you are doing testing, of course, for these league races in Gran Turismo 7, it doesn't hurt to run 2 or 3 laps with damage if you pick damage up just to get the feel for it, see how it is. And, ooh, big slide there from Petrolhead as he comes around Forest Elbow there, and that Corvette got dicey under the power there, and that's going to allow Black Widow to close in a little bit here, and that timer was dropping down, and now it's going back up. So again, it's a case of an undamaged car versus a damaged car there. We've got Kanji here currently sitting in third place, and he is 7.5 seconds off. And damage on his racing car. We got Tom the Tech here in fourth place. We've got Miss Devious now in fifth as she comes through his Forest Elbow. ATK Cursed in behind still here, and he's in that long Conrod straight here now. So this is going to be an opportunity here for him to grab some slipstream and maybe make a pass on Miss Devious here as we head in towards the chase. Again, I did say this is a great passing opportunity here heading up into the chase. She again just sits in the middle of the racetrack and allows that driver to make the decision what side he's going to take. So ATK Cursed here is gets the job done, moves up into fifth place. But we are going to see pit stops starting to happen here for the rest of our drivers that haven't pit yet, I'm assuming as well. So let's stick with these two, see if they dive into pit lane here. And they both dive into pit lane here, so we were right on that assumption. Risky went in for an early pit stop here compared to all the other drivers in the field. Tom the Tech has stayed out, so he's now in the lead of this race for Flying Fox Racing. We got Risky coming around. He's going to take second place as all the drivers in front dodge into pit lane for their scheduled stops here. We've got Petrolhead. He's coming out of pit lane. He's going to come out in third place just ahead of Dirty Harry, who's just coming around turn 1 here right now. So Petro should be able to get a run up the straight here before that car drives in. We got Black Widow here in fifth place after her pit stop. ATK Cursed. You see the tire guys getting those tires out of the way. Fuel man's filling that racing car up. When are they going to release this driver from pit lane? We got Kanji here in pit lane. He just came out. We got Jakey out. Let's go back to our ATK Motorsport driver here, and there we go. The crew releasing him out there, and he's going to come out right in behind Jakey. Miss Devious. Ooh, a 3-second pit lane penalty there. And aye, that is not going to make the start of the second stint very viable there, as she's going to serve a tough penalty right at the beginning of the Conrod straight here this time around. We got Lucas 36 here in 10th position. We got Larry Birch here in 11th, and we got Streeter Tom. They're still looking at that racing car. So it is Tom the Tech here, and he's looking solid so far, but he's still going to have to owe a pit stop at some point. So I guess it's up to this driver when he's going to make that pit stop. He is the longest medium tire runner out there here tonight for sure. We've got Risky here. He's in second place. The cap is 8.8 seconds, but he isn't going to have to worry too much because at some point, of course, the leader is still has to make that pit stop. Petrolhead here now in second place, and he's cruising along pretty good here as well. We got Dirty Harry here in fourth. We've got Black Widow here in fifth. Kanji Club here in sixth currently. We got Jakey chasing here in seventh. We've got Cursed in eighth. We've got Miss Devious here in ninth. We've got Lucas in 10th. Larry Birch here in 11th position, and Streeter Tom here in 12th. Alright, so it is Tom the Tech here as he comes around. He's still not opting to take pit lane here yet, so that is very, very surprising. Very surprising. He's going to go for a long run here on these medium tires, and I don't know if that's going to be a benefit to him here with Risky on those now scrubbed in soft tires. He's going to start to close in on this driver. Well, you can see it right now. Risky just coming around turn 1 in the background there. It went from 8 seconds to 6.5 seconds here, so Risky is closing in quickly. He's bringing Petrolhead along for the ride as well. 3 seconds in behind here, currently sitting in third place. Will take second place over once Tom does make that pit stop. So we do have Black Widow here in fourth place. She's looking to take third place back, but it depends on how long that pit stop takes for Tom the Tech. We got Kanji here up into fifth. We got Jakey in sixth, Accursed in seventh. We got Lucas in eighth. We got Dirty Harry here in ninth, making his pit stop now. Miss Devious jumps up into 9th place as she just comes around there, and is she going to beat him around the corner? It's going to be side by side, these two. Here's Miss Devious is at speed, so she's going to gain the advantage here. She comes around. Dirty Harry's going to settle in 10th place right in behind Larry Birch here in 11th, and we've got Streeter Tom here still having that car looked at. You can see the flashing red on front and back of that car, and that was again due to that very large hit in the skyline a little bit earlier here, so they're still trying to sort that car out. But Tom the Tech looking good here, but boy, Risky is closing in quick. 3.7 seconds is that gap. Petrolhead here in 3rd position. We got Black Widow here in 4th. We got Kanji here in 5th. We've got Jakey here in 6th. We've got Accursed here in 7th. We've got Lucas in 8th. Miss Devious again in 9th. What's the gap? 5 seconds. So Lucas is up 6 seconds up the road here. She's got 1.7 seconds on Dirty Harry at the moment here in the McLaren. Larry is 15 seconds behind the Streeter Tom. I don't know if that car's going to get back out, man. It's looking a little... that Cruise is just, they're just taking a look. They're really trying to figure out what's going on with that racing car here. So it could be a retired Porsche here in race 2. And there we go. Tom now coming into pit lane. So that's going to give Risky the lead here as he comes around. He was right on the back window of Tom the Tech there, so that was a smart call there. Just get out of there, not even fight that battle, get some fresh tires on and try to get out as quick as you can. Hopefully come out gaining some positions and in a good healthy battle here. So it's Petrolhead now in 2nd place as he comes around corner 1. Black Widow here should take over 3rd place as she comes around Hell Corner here. This is corner 1 as well. And that is going to be the case. So where is Tom? They're filling up that car right now. So Kanji's coming around here from VPR right now. He may take 4th place from Tom the Tech here. Depends how much fuel that driver is going to put in that racing car at this point, but it does look like it is going to be Kanji taking 4th place here as they have not released that Honda yet. So there we go. Honda's coming out right now, and Jakey is going to come out just in behind Tom the Tech here in 6th place. So Tom the Tech needs to get those tires warmed up and get moving because he's got Jakey Lucas coming down the road in behind here. Lucas in 7th place, 1.2 seconds in behind Jake currently. We've got Accursed here in 8th. We've got Miss Devious here in 9th position as well. We got Dirty Harry here in 10th. We've got Larry Birch here in 11th, and of course we have one car still being assessed by its racing crew. So that's racing, you know. These cars, they take a lot of wear and tear, they take a lot of beating, and well, when you punch them into the wall as hard as poor Streeter Tom did there, you know, they tend to respond to that. Terminal suspension damage, Team Apex has reported. Oh, there we go. So that'll be it for looks like Streeter Tom here tonight, as that car is not going to get fixed in time to get back out here tonight. So unfortunate situation there, but huge hit, and not surprised to see that that car is a little worse for wear after that. We got Black Widow here in 7th place. She's got 18 seconds right now on Kanji. So top 3, very comfortable in the top 3 here at the moment. We have Kanji in 4th place, doing everything he can to try and close that gap up. We got Tom the Tech here in 5th place. Tom the Tech is on fire. Woo, from a wiggling hurricane. Oh boy, what a save there by Jakey, as that was a massive moment coming around for his elbow there. And that is going to put Lucas absolutely right on top of him. So let's just take a quick look at that there as he was coming around the corner. He was really starting to get a run on Tom here as he was heading down into Forest Elbow, and the car just got away from him there, and look at that save. Managing just to keep that thing underneath of him here, and he does give up that position to Lucas 36 there in 6th place. We're going to mark it, we're going to go take a look at it. Oh, and Lucas going around Tom the Tech here too as well, so it's going to be a twofer there for Lucas maybe potentially. Alright, so he's already gotten around Jakey at this point here, and we're heading up into the chase there. It does. Oh, Tom makes a mistake. I think he gets a little bit loose, and Lucas sends it up the outside. Of course, the replay ends right there, so Lucas gets the position from Tom the Tech there, and it's now a 5th place for Lucas. So 2 positions in just a couple of corners there for Lucas 36, and now it's Jakey here in 6th, Tom the Tech in 7th. That leaves ATK, Accursed, and Miss Devious here in 8th and 9th place, hot on the trail here, and they're only a couple seconds in behind as well. Miss Devious on a purple sector as she comes through the mountain straight here. We have Dirty Harry here in 10th position. He's got his own fight in his rearview mirror here with Larry Birch closing in very quickly. Oh, and Streeter Tom, yeah, well, look at that. He gets that car back out on the racetrack, so terminal suspension damage is what we got the report from, but boy, he's got some kind of pit crew because that car's back out on track, and he is finishing this race here, salvaging what he can. So GG's to the Apex Sim Racing Streeter Tom pit crew right there, because whatever they did, man, they got that driver back out on the racetrack. PX7 Black Widow here in 3rd place. We got Kanji Club in 4th place. We got Lucas 36 here. We've got Apex Jakey here in 6th. We got Tom the Tech in 7th. We got ATK Kirst in 8th. Misdevious at 9th. These three very, very close together here. Tom the Tech, Kirst, and Misdevious. So this is going to be a pretty good battle here. We got 6.5 minutes remaining in the race here as well. Kirst is trying just to find any line inside there. He gets a little bit of a wiggle coming out of Forrest's elbow there, and Misdevious is on the charge here. So which side is she going to pick here now is the question. We got 3 drivers battling for 7th, 8th, and 9th position, and they all got to decide what line they want as they come into the next corner here. So we're side by side. Misdevious looks like she just backs out a little bit. Rumors were. Oh, we're 3 wide as we head into the chase here. Misdevious is like, yeah, nope, I am getting out of that. No chance that's happening here. She slams on the anchors, and she's going to benefit with a position for that smart decision making right there. So I don't know what they were thinking there. They sure gave it a legitimate effort, but Tom the Tech coming out on the wrong end of that 3-way battle coming in through the chase there. And Misdevious making the right call there. And she gains a position out of the deal too. So kept the car safe and gained and was rewarded there for it. But boy, oh boy, that was tense moments right there as we went 3 wide into the chase. Woo, here we go. All right, they're making me sweat up here in the booth. Risky 8.67 seconds up the road, looking very in control here again in race 2. We have Petrolhead here in 2nd place. It looked like he may have just clipped the wall there. So Black Widow's coming. 1.6 seconds is the gap. We got 5 minutes remaining. We're going to be keeping our eye on that. Kanji, he's got 24 seconds to the podium here right now. He's only got 4.6 seconds to Lucas 36 now currently, and behind him here in 5th place. So Lucas has been making some tracks here. Oh, we forgot to put the pole up, chat. I totally keep forgetting about this pole, so we'll leave it up to the podium here now because I slacked. Alright, we don't momentum here. We're going to get this up. Look at the split. We are late. The action was so good we forgot all about the boat, chat. Alright. Facebook, so there, let's keep going. We got Tom in 8th, we got Jakey in 9th, we got Larry in 10th, and he has gotten around Dirty Harry here, so he has managed to grab that position here from Dirty Harry's McLaren driver, Streeter Tom. So he's out and he's running, so that is absolutely fantastic. Alright, Facebook poll is up. We're moving over to YouTube, setting up a poll. Alright, we're gonna go back to the front of the pack here for a second. Oh, we're at the front of the pack. Let's go. There we go. Black Widow's got around Petrolhead there, so I'm not sure what's happened there, but Black Widow now finding herself in 2nd place here. Got the choices. What are the choices? Should have it pre-set up, but the problem with the pre-set up is I don't know what I'm picking yet. Alright, polls up on both strands, on both platforms. We'll leave it up till the end of podiums, and then we'll announce who that winner is. So we like to leave it up for about 15-20 minutes is the deal here. So Petrolhead here in 3rd place. So whatever mistake he made, it definitely caused him some damage as well. Kanji here, still 25 seconds down the road, so it must not have been a significant incident because He hasn't gained time, but he's also carrying some damage here, so that's good for Lucas 36. 2 minutes remaining, he's getting close to half the gap on that runner. Now down to 2.5 seconds. Mischievous here is in 6th place right now. She's got 3.9 seconds on ATK Curse. So ATK Curse here in 7th. Tom the Tech down to 8th. We got Jiki now in 9th. We got Larry here in 10th. We got Dirty Harry here in 11th. We got Streeter Tom here in 12th position. Alright, back to business here. Let's keep doing what we do. Alright, they pulled in some of the Ammon Pro crews. Oh, love it. It's Risky here in the lead. I mean, Risky, it's his race to lose at this point. If he makes a mistake big enough, Black Widow's there potentially to take advantage. She makes a mistake, Petrolhead's definitely there to take advantage. And if he makes a mistake, he may be okay depending on how big mistake. Kanji right now in 4th place, gonna fall just a little bit short here on the podium here today, but good racing from him nonetheless today. We've got Lucas 36 here in 5th place, it's 1.9 seconds. Misdevious here in 6th. She's got a good position right now, lots of breathing room. She just needs to get this thing around the racetrack. We got ATK Chris here in 7th, much of the same thing. It's not a comfy gap, but it's a gap enough where you can just put your focus on the task at hand and get this thing to the checkered flag. Tom the Tech, same thing. Larry Birch here now in 9th position here. He's gained another position there. We've got Dirty Harry here in 10th. Jakey dropping down to 11th, and well, the tires are looking a little worse for wear on his Lamborghini. He made a little mistake there. And we got Streeter Tom. Car's not quite fixed back up yet there. He's got that thing back in pit lane, so unfortunate there for Streeter Tom, but hey, huge credit where credit is due to that team. They sure tried. They gave it the best effort there. Well, he got back out, so good job for him. Alright, so it is Risky here in 1st place, and it looks like he's going to get a second lap here, another lap here as we come around. So we're going to stick with our race leader here as he comes around, and he will get one more lap here. So there's going to be about 20 seconds left on that timer. That's going to mean Black Widow is also going to get another lap here as she comes around, and that also means that Petrolhead should also get another lap here. So our podium here, this is not done yet between these drivers. Petrolhead coming through here. He is definitely going to go around one more time as well. So it's Kanji now in 4th place. When this driver comes across the line, that will be race finish for that driver. You can see the clock is at 0. So now the checkered flag waves for every driver that comes through the start-finish line here. Lucas 36 is closing in, but he's just out of time. Kanji might just hold this charge off here. Lucas needs a massive corner, and I don't think he's going to get it. You can see the big wiggle from the Ford GT, and it's going to be VPR driver Kanji in 4th place here at race 2. Lucas 36 in 5th place here at race 2. 10/10 Misdevious is going to come through with a 6th place finish here in race 2. We've got ATK Motorsports Curse coming through with a 7th place finish here in this race as well, so good job to him. Tom the Tech here in 8th place. He's going to come home for Flying Fox Racing with the Honda here. Good racing for him here as well. It was an up and down race for some of these drivers, and boy, I did not expect to see the results we have here. We got Apex Larry Birch coming through here. It's going to be a 9th place finish here for Larry, and this driver did serve that drive-through penalty as well, so that's a good recovery drive from Larry Birch here. Just minimalize the mistakes, tried to keep the damage to a minimal here, and still going to come home with a top 10 finish here today, so that was a great drive there by Larry Birch. Dirty Harry here with a great drive as well here, coming through in 10th place. We got Jakey coming through here, and you know, all things considered there, he had great pace here in the race, but just those mistakes really hurt this driver here today. And I think he's just going to be happy to come off the mountain alive and with that Lamborghini in one piece here still. So moving on to round 4, and it's going to be Deep Forest Raceway next week here, and it's going to be a beauty of a race. That's a great racetrack, and I think these pros are going to be a little feisty next week, so you see some pretty crazy racing from this class next week for sure. Oh, and boy, it just doesn't. Risky coming home with the win there. Black Widow is going to come through here. It's going to be 2nd place finisher. I didn't realize the leaders later had gotten around Jakey there. And oh, poor Jakey right at the end of the race there. That Lamborghini just biting him again. So it's going to be a 2nd place finisher there for Black Widow. And we got Petrolhead coming through with a solid 3rd place run here in race 2 as well. So great racing from Petrolhead here today. And poor Jakey there. He's going to limp that Lamborghini across there in 11th position. And Streeter Tom's going to bring it home here in 12th place. So we got that car in, they worked on it, and he's going to bring that thing home, and he's going to drive that car across for the checkered flag here today. So GG's to, well, all 12 of our drivers. That was some interesting racing here at Mount Panorama, and the pros, they kind of made it look easy, that's for sure, but not, you know, some of them still had their struggles there. So good racing, of course, to all the field here today as always. Some great battling on the race at 3 wide going into the chase. I mean, That was a bold one. That was a bold one. We'll say that much. We'll say that much. We've got Risky Replicate with the race win, and again fastest lap on the racetrack, so he picks up some big points here today, and he needed those big points there to try and get his way climbing back up the standings after missing Road Atlanta last week. Black Widow here in second place from 10 Tenths Racing is going to be Petrolhead from VTX in third place. We have Kanji Club from VPR in fourth. We've got Lucas 36, he's independent. We've got 10 Tenths Miss Devious in sixth. We've got a Curse from ATK Motorsports in seventh. We've got Tom the Tech from Flying Fox Racing in eighth position. We've got Apex Sim Racing's Larry Birch finishing up in ninth. That was a great drive from him. We have Dirty Harry from VPR in 10th. We've got Apex Sim Racing's JP and Apex Sim Racing's Streeter Tom there, finishing 11th and 12th place here on our grid tonight. And boy, that was some spicy racing tonight, wasn't it? That was interesting. GG's everyone. Hey, absolutely. All right, let's go flip it. Oh, all right, we'll be right back. Let you watch the highlights from last week's round of racing. Everyone, we'll be right back in 3 minutes and 10 seconds time. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, my audio dipped down because I just put my mic aside there for a second. I do apologize, everybody. Just give me uno momento here. I'm having a hard time getting my podium interview stuff running here. I am a little unsure why Discord is giving me grief. There we go. Alright, so who do we got? We got Black Widow in the house. We got Lucas 36 in the house. Uh, all right, there we go. All right. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Discord has given me some grief here tonight, for sure. All right, so we got two of our drivers here. We're not going to see Risky Replicant here tonight. He's in the chat there. He's got to get out to bed. So congratulations to Risky for back-to-back wins here at Mount Panorama tonight. And this is kind of being a trend here in these sprint races, it seems like, so far through Roving Island World Tour 2 North America Edition. These sprint races, it seems like it's the same driver winning both races. So just comfortable on the track, maybe, but I'm not sure. But it wasn't for a lack of effort from the rest of the field in behind him, that's for sure. And we do have Lucas 36 and Black Widow here with us. So let's talk to Lucas 36 here first. In that Ford GT race car this season, it's a big, bold pick. He seems like he's got a pretty good handle on it tonight, but some of these cars proving to be very difficult on Mount Panorama, especially these mid-rear engine cars we've been finding. So some tough racing out there tonight. Good result there in the first race, and a little bit of a tougher result here in the second race for you tonight. But you conquered the mountain. The car is going to go back in the trailer in mostly one piece for next week's round. Why don't you talk us through your night here and let us know how it went for you?
Oh, the mountain conquered me. That's what happened. No, it was fun. Difficult. I knew coming into this race with the GT, it was going to be disastrous, and I got as much practice as I could bear in, and got it down to where I could comfortably turn laps. In qualifying, I felt good. I felt like I could turn good laps in qualifying, and got it with second place. Had a good start in race one, and then made a little mistake at the dipper, which was to be expected. And Black Widow got by me, and then, per my usual, just worked with driver in front of me and tried to get as far ahead as we could, and battle towards the end of the race. And we started battling towards the end of the race. She made a mistake at the dipper as well, got some damage, I believe, and then I made another mistake and I couldn't recover. But I'll take the third place. Race two, that was it was fun. Everyone was minding themselves in lap one. Nothing too crazy, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I got to, I think, P6, P5, coming out of turn two, I caught the curbing and just killed the car, and unfortunately killed Tom as well. And he had a DNF because of it, and I feel horrendous about it because been riding that curb all day and not a single issue. And then, of course, the one time, one snap, and that ruined it. But good comeback drive. Can't complain too much.
Absolutely. I mean, the mountain is tough on a good day, never mind a dark day. So, a lot of drivers are facing adversity here. Of course, there's going to be some cars that are going to need some cosmetic repair work and maybe a little bit of mechanical repair work here in the few days in between here in Deep Forest. But you look good out there. You had good pace, and you just couldn't quite have an answer for Risky Replicate here tonight. But overall, pretty happy with the performance here on the mountain. I know a lot of the drivers were concerned about this race this week, and now that it's over, how you feeling about it?
Oh, much better, much better. And I mean, having Risky as well as like Peyton, we're having the fast top split drivers in your league is always going to push you to be faster. And in the end, everyone's pace gets faster because you got to race these world tour top split drivers. So just I'm having fun. I'm going to have more fun now that we're away from Australia. I can't wait for next round.
Absolutely, and we're going to have a little more lighter conditions for everybody to race in as well. So that should, of course, bring some of the comfort factor back to some of the drivers here as well. Not having to race in such dark conditions. It's tough when you got the headlights in the mirror as well. I mean, how was it battling around the mountain here tonight? It was a very closely paced lobby here tonight, and you have these tough conditions, and then you have these drivers that are putting pressure on you from behind, and you just got those headlights in the mirrors. I mean, how was that trying to still not miss your marks while you're still trying to focus on the task at hand?
No, you always got to be looking forward. Don't focus on behind you because then that just sucks you into mistakes. That's a big problem. You don't do that. And hopefully the driver behind works with you and doesn't try to be too egregious with moves. But I mean, got to do what you got to do in racing. But it was good. It's when you're close behind somebody, you can't see anything. You got to rely on their brake markers, their turn in points, and that's tough. That's tough to follow drivers that not necessarily I wouldn't say not comfortable with, because I'm comfortable with any driver really. It's just knowing their pace and how they're driving their car, their driving style. You got to learn every driver, and that's what we do through a season.
Absolutely, and then next you know it's all over, you got to do it all over again. Uh,
Yes, sir.
but you know that's half the fun about it, of course, as well. But you know, and that's a good point as well. And then you know, and the second part of that too, as well, when you're driving so close together like this, for the folks that are watching at home, you know, not only do you have to worry about making the turn on the corner and making sure you get the braking right, not making contact with the driver in front of you, obviously as well, but you also have to worry about if that driver makes a mistake in front of you in a place like the Dipper coming down the mountain, there is not really a lot of room to make that evasive maneuver either. So, I mean,
Nope, not at all.
you know, there were some instances there in both races tonight for some of the drivers where they really just kind of had to make that what I like to call a reaction move. And you were one of those drivers that, in one instance there, as you said, as Black Widow kind of got into the wall a little bit there. You had to do a little bit of an evasive maneuver there just to make sure that you didn't pile in. He ended up giving her a little nudge down the mountain there, but didn't pick up any damage from that, thankfully. But yeah, you know, great racing from you here tonight. And the more that we
Thank you.
see this lobby getting on track together, the tighter and tighter we're seeing that qualifying and racing starting to get as well. So, I mean, right now we're 3 weeks in. Who are you most worried about right now moving forward into the season?
Oh, it's 100% risky. Even though he missed a round, it don't matter when you're winning all the races. Risky and Black Widow. Black Widow's coming out of nowhere, and that's fun. Another fast driver to compete against. And then, I mean, now that we're getting into more driver comfort courses to some extent, you got to deal with Tom. You got to deal with Jake. You've got Miss D, who she's had a rough start to the season, and she's going to bounce back. There's no doubt about that. And everyone with these formats, especially the reverse grid formats, anyone can win. Anyone can win. It's just a matter of survival, really. And tonight was a testament of that.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, some drivers are probably, crying in their pillows right now for joy that this race is over, so to speak. But you know, it was great racing. It was great action on the track. Lots of side by side action from this class. I mean, yeah, you sure do make it look easy, no matter how hard we do make the conditions. But I'm sure it didn't come with a whole lot of practice and a whole lot of frustration throughout the week of testing on this racetrack to get it right. But you know, any final regards, I guess, with that being said, and any thank yous and shout outs you want to toss out there?
Just want to thank you, GT45 Gaming, 10 Timmy's Radio, uh, D Dot Racing, and of course all the drivers that make this league happen. Without them, we wouldn't be able to race.
Yeah, well, cheers. Well, we appreciate you. And, you know, one of the very few independent drivers in the series right now, boy, oh boy, you sure are holding your own there, representing Grid Life, the series that he does race here in real life, ladies and gentlemen. Go check Lucas36 out over on the Grid Life YouTube channel. Gotta tell you, the man can drive. We appreciate you, my guy, and congratulations on a great finish there in race one. And you know, a respectable finish in race two as well. It'll stack up the points, and I think it's going to be close between you and Risky come next week's racing. So we'll let you get back to that clubhouse and celebrate with the friends back down in the garage there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And congrats to you, Black Widow. Congrats, Risky, and Petrolhead for his first podium of the season. Take care,
Absolutely.
everyone. Thank you.
Cheers, cheers. Absolutely, and just we're gonna give a special shout out to Petrolhead. He's obviously in the UK. It's like 4 in the morning for him, so I didn't expect to see him in the podium interviews here today. Black Widow was also a double podium finisher here today, and I believe it was I can't remember who the other driver was. I'll have to go take a look. But we do have Black Widow here in the booth with us as well, so we'll talk to her next here. I mean, she came in week two to start her season at Road Atlanta. She showed incredible pace, had a good racing result. She came in, had a little chat with us here after the race the last week, and she's going to come and have another chat with us here this week. So, two podiums here tonight and a couple of second place finishes here for you tonight. Some tough conditions. You definitely were battling that car in the last race, especially in the final part of the stint. There, you picked up a little damage, as Lucas touched on there, as you're heading down through the Dipper down the mountain at the latter part of the race there, and really managed to control the pace and hold Lucas off really well with that damaged race car. So let us know how your racing was tonight. Talk us through it, and the floor is yours.
It was great. I mean, I really enjoyed it. Um, when I first started off on the very first race, yeah, me and Lucas got into it in the top of the hill, and I mean, it was my fault. I hit the wall, and then he hit me, and I ended up getting damage at that point, and it was easier to just stay out of the pits and keep driving. I would have lost less time if more time if I went in the pits. So I was like, I didn't know if I could hold him off, and we were coming down the hill, and I guess I don't know, he gave me a little nudge or something, which was cool. But I think he knew he couldn't pass me at that point. But I mean, he's a great driver. I mean, I really thought he was gonna, go by me because I had damage. But I guess he sustained some damage himself later, and I ended up in second, which is great. Vandell, he's really fast. I mean, I knew I was going to be able to keep up with him. It was just, I just did the best I can. The mountain is horrible. I mean, it's horrible. But, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, a lot of great drivers. Tom, he had, I've seen that big accident he had in the second race. And it was like, wow. I mean, I could see it in my rearview mirror because I had gone by them when they spun off into the grass. And I was like, oh, man.
Absolutely. That was a tough hit there. That was a tough hit for sure.
Bad.
And I mean, the team, they did a great job. He brought that thing into pit lane. The team assessed it for a few laps there. They got the car back out on the road. He ended up pulling it back in near the end of the race there. Something still wasn't quite right, and they still managed to get that driver back out on the track to at least cross the start-finish line under, of course, the car's own power. So, a huge tribute to all the teams behind the scenes that keep the drivers on the track and keep the cars running for these drivers to compete at this high level that these drivers are competing at. But, it was tough. It was hard battling out there for you tonight. There was a point where you and Risky were heading down the mountain straight. You came into the uphill mountain sector into Griffin's Bend side by side, and man, just made that look easy. I mean, how is it when you're battling against such high caliber drivers like this? Drivers that aren't scared to send it in corners. You don't expect to necessarily see these 2x2 battles. And how do you handle that situation once you're in that situation?
Well, I do my best to stay away from them. I short shift into the corners, which allows me to stay tight into the corner and makes them go to the outside. They miss the apex. I get the apex. So I try to, I don't want to get near them. So, I do my best to stay away from them at that point. When I come up to the next corner, I'm just hoping that, either I can accelerate out the corner faster or I can do a switcheroo on the next corner. So it just depends on, who it is and what the track is, where we're at. But it's not easy. I mean, these drivers are really great. So, I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to be first, but that's all right. I'm happy with second. I really feel bad. I was wondering what happened to Miss D and stuff like that. I'm not sure where she ended up at when we were racing. I was so involved with Lucas and everybody else around me. Everything else is oblivious to what you're doing. It's just driving.
I believe it was an 8th in the first race, and it was a 6th in the second race.
Oh, all right. I wasn't sure. Yeah. I think, didn't she get involved with unfortunate accident in the first race?
I'm not sure. There was definitely a couple points throughout both races where she had picked up a little bit of damage throughout the racetrack. We didn't actually catch to see what caused the damage at any point in time during the live stream, so I can't really speculate on that. But right. She did a great job too. She just kept her head down like she did much in race 2 there, and she just kept pushing forward. And tonight, she came out pretty good. She came out in the top half of the field both nights. So on the way back to Miss D form here, that's for sure. But you're looking real good out there. You came in like I said, late to the season. You're already going to be charging up the standings after both these finishes here today. 2 second place finishes. I believe that's 30 points per finish for Black Widow there, and that's going to shoot her right up the points board there. So the pro standings are definitely tightening up. I mean, we got 6 weeks left after obviously this race is all wrapped up now. I guess what's the goal? What's the plan? And what are you ultimately looking for by the end of the season here?
Well, I'd like to try to win the season, but I mean, you have such great drivers that it's probably going to be impossible at this point. But I'm giving it everything I have. A lot of practice. I look at the competition, so I know what they're doing and how they're doing it, and the faster racers too. I mean, you learn from the better racers. So, that's basically what I've been trying to do. Actually, because I missed the first race, which I'm glad because I couldn't stand. What is it, Brands Hatch? God, I hate that track. But The rest of these tracks, I know all the rest of them very well. So it'll help me come up with a game plan that might, benefit me in some way.
Well, lots of racing left. Anything can happen. We've seen some of our drivers obviously have mechanical issues. We've had equipment issues. I mean, anything can happen in racing. So I don't think that this is out of your reach by any stretch of any stretch of the imagination. Pardon me, I can't talk apparently. Here this season, like I said, you come in a little bit late, but you're making up quick ground. And next week is a double points week. So I mean, if you can find the top of the podium next week, that's going to put you right back in the mix of it, right up there with the top. So I guess with that being said, I mean, any final regards on your race here today, and any shout outs and thank yous you want to toss out there?
Oh, I'd like to thank everybody that I raced against. I mean, they're all great racers. They are very clean. They race cleanly, and that makes the world of difference. And all of them. I mean, there's too many of them to mention at this point, but Lucas is a great driver. I mean, he's a great driver. I mean, I really thought he had me. And Vandella, he's a really great driver too. And Tom, I mean, he would have been right up there too, because he was fast on that track too. It just unfortunately had an accident. They're all great drivers, and I really appreciate GT45 for hosting all these races. Thank you very much. And it's a lot of work. Appreciate it. And all the sponsors that go with it too.
Awesome. Well, we're definitely enjoying watching you race and put the pressure on this pro class, along with the rest of these great drivers that we have here in this very fast division. And I definitely can't wait to see what you have for us at Deep Forest next week. But we'll much of the same. We'll let you get back to that team clubhouse and go do your debrief and celebrate there with the team. But congratulations on great racing here tonight, and maybe we'll talk to you again next week.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Short interviews tonight. Just a couple of the drivers coming in. Like I said, our petrol head comes from the United Kingdom, so it's like 4 a.m. there for him. So he probably had to get out and get to bed. And then of course, Risky did much of the same thing. He had to dock away, get ready for work as well. So it is 9:30 p.m. Eastern time when the race starts. About 11 o'clock at night when the races end for our East Coast drivers. So we try to get it through as quickly and official as we can. But a huge race here tonight. The pros made it honestly look too easy. But I guess that's what makes them the pro class, doesn't it, ladies and gentlemen? I just want to thank everybody for coming in, hanging out with us here today. The likes, the shares, the follows, the subs over on the pages. I mean, you guys just come in week out and just continue to absolutely light it up for us, and we really do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night with our Pro-Am class, the final race of week 3 here at Mount Panorama, and we've seen 2 classes give it heck. Let's see that third one give it beans here now as well, and see how they handle the mountain in the dark. Pro class handled it pretty well. Let's see what the Pro-Am's got for us tomorrow night. We'll be live at 9:15 Eastern time for our Pro-Am class here tomorrow night to get everything sent away. And well, you know what the deal is. Look out for the Facebook for the reel of the night, and we'll see some highlight videos coming up in the YouTube channel over the next couple days. We appreciate y'all. Remember, you all matter. Our doors are always open here at GT45 Gaming and DDR, and stay winning. We'll see you at the next one. Cheers for now.